Do you have a tendency to over-prepare for meetings with executives or meetings inside of the boardroom, but you're noticing that it's very inefficient and a lot of time spent on preparing for meetings or presentations? Well, in this video, I want to share with you a coaching call that I had with my executive clients. And on this coaching call, one of my clients asked me a really great question. And what she asked me was, with respects to her role as an executive, needing to constantly and very often be in meetings with senior executives. She's got to be making presentations in front of senior executives. Then there's a challenge in terms of, well, how do I prepare for these meetings? And so if you're somebody who is frequently in meetings with senior executives and your expectation for you is needing to present in really short 5 minutes or 10 minutes in and out, and you want to be effective at it, but you don't know, well, I tend to over-prepare, but that's not a great use of my time, but I don't want to be under-prepared as well. Then in this question, on this coaching call, this is where I answer the question of, what is the right level of preparation? How do you prepare efficiently? But you are prepared for that meeting and that presentation, but it doesn't take up so much of your time that is inefficient. So I answer this question very precisely in this coaching call. So this is a behind-the-scenes look at a real coaching call with my clients. And if you're somebody who's serious about getting that type of help, specific to your situation, I can work with you on that, just like I work with my current team of executive clients. So all you have to do is submit an application below this video, the link below, and that is an application just to have a discussion with me or someone from my team on if this is the right fit for us and if I can truly help you with what you're looking for. If it is the right fit, then I'd be more than grateful to invite you into these coaching calls so that you can receive the support that you need with exactly the situation that you are facing, so that you can take your career and your life to whole new levels and contribute your greatest potential. So I look forward to seeing you there. So your question now is, moving forward, how do I know what's the right level of preparation? Because under preparation is not good. Over preparation is not good, but they're not good for different reasons. Right? They're for different reasons. They don't serve me. So how do I know what's the right level of preparation? And the key is that the level of preparation that is appropriate is a moving target. It's a moving target. So if you're setting the goal that I want to know what is the right level of preparation, and that way I can know it each and every time, it's an unattainable goal to have because it's a moving target. What you can say instead of setting a goal for the right level of preparation, because that's not possible to know, what you can do instead is to set a goal for what is the outcome I want to achieve at every meeting from this point forward? What's the outcome? So the outcome is things like, what is the effect I want to have on my audience? The effect, like the effect I want to have on them. Is it one where they see me as the go-to person about this topic? Or maybe is the effect that I want them to see me as authoritative, confident, executive presence. Is that the effect I want to have? So this is the goal you're setting in terms of what is consistently the outcome I want to have from this point forward. What is that consistency? That is a target that's attainable. And it's one that gives you greater clarity. So instead of searching for the answer to the other question, what's the right level of preparation? There's no answer. There's no one answer to it because it depends on the time and situation. Here's how you can think about preparation, though. There's 3 types of preparation. One type of preparation is the technical stuff. So in other words, your knowledge, your subject matter expertise, right? Your knowledge of that industry, the products, the service that your company provides, like that's all technical things. And that, as you know, takes time. And as you know, that's also a moving target because the market always changes, right? There's new products that your company creates. There's products that they discontinue. So that knowledge, that technical knowledge is also a moving target. But that's one form of preparation, is to stay on top of things. The second type of preparation is the self-preparation, the inner preparation.
So the inner preparation are things like your emotions, your self-mastery of how you present yourself, and your mindset. That's the inner preparation. And the third type of preparation is the logistics. So logistics, it includes anything from infrastructure, like for example, are we on Zoom? Are we on Google Chats? Are we using Microsoft Teams? How do I make sure I send invitations out? How am I going to set the agenda for it? Who's going to be talking, right? What's the culture going to be like? Are we going to do a Q&A afterwards? So that's logistics. Right? So those are 3 areas of preparation that we need to be mindful of. But as a coach for 10 years, executive coach for 10 years, the most important one is the inner preparation. Consistently, every single time, it is the most important one. The reason why is because the first type of preparation with the technical stuff, we're so programmed to be on top of it anyways. That's the one we focus on 90% of the time anyway, is that technical stuff. But we went to school for it. We went through, right? We focus on it every day and we measure ourselves on it. Right? Well, that's how we measure our success or failure, is so highly focused on the technical things. So we're pretty much programmed for that one, to be prepared for that one. And a lot of times we see that as the only way of preparing, is the technical part. We focus on that as the only way of preparing and we ignore the other ones. But the most important one is the inner preparation. With respects to the inner preparation, there's no such a thing as being overprepared or underprepared. It's literally just, are you prepared or not? You can't be overprepared for it, because that inner preparation is also an ongoing journey. It's a lifelong journey. It's not a destination. We can't say, okay, I'm done my preparation. Inwardly, I'm ready to go. Like, we never feel that way. Because for every level that we get at, there's a whole new level of preparation that requires all over again internally. We get promoted. Oh, now that's a whole new internal preparation all over again. We have a new geographical area that we need to be in charge of. Now that's a whole new inner preparation all over again. A new manager or a new boss comes in. Now that's a whole new inner preparation we have to do all over again as well. And that's why it's the most important preparation we have to do. Because even the smallest changes that happen within the company requires us to be inwardly prepared for that new change. And you know how the most difficult part of change is the inward preparation. And as you navigate through your career path and you're moving up, you're moving forward, and you're gaining respect and you're gaining responsibility, every time you gain something, it requires a whole new inward preparation again. Every little change that happens in your career, a whole new inward preparation again, because it challenges you in some way internally. There's some sort of challenge that comes up internally when something changes externally. So you can never be over-prepared for that. But it's something that needs to be on top of our mind, is that we're constantly evolving, is that we welcome that transformation. And that's something we work on equally, not just the technical part, but we work on that, the internal preparation equally, and we weight it equally as well. For the third type of preparation, the logistical stuff, we're also programmed to focus on that too. And for some people, that's the most important one they focus on, is the logistics. And they prioritize that one. And then the technical thing, they put it secondary, but they're so focused on the processes, the logistics part of it, the infrastructure, that they forget the other ones. But it's an equal balance of all three. And there's no such a thing as over-preparation. It's a concept we invented to overwhelm ourselves, right? And when we invent that concept of over-preparation, it causes us to be concerned that we're spending too much time in preparation, doesn't it? You know what I mean? it causes the panic. Oh my gosh, am I inefficient? Am I spending too much time in preparation? Am I wasting time? And that's when it just creates more panic to focus on that. So instead of creating that pressure and noise within you, just ask yourself simply, for every meeting that I'm a part of, for every presentation that I'm going to do, what's the effect I want to have? What's the outcome I want to create for my audience, the effect I want to have on them? And then let that statement inform you on how you need to prepare, right? Because if, for example, your outcome, you said to yourself, okay, the effect I want to have on my audience is that I want them to see and to know that I'm the go-to expert in this topic. And therefore, I want all the departments to respect me when I make decisions in that domain, that this is my lane. I'm the go-to expert. I'm the leader in this domain. That's the effect I want to have. So then as a result of that goal, that outcome you want to create, now that informs you on how you need to prepare, right? You see how that works? Now you know what technical preparation you need to make in terms of knowledge, skills, expertise, experiences you need to accumulate. That informs you on what you need, how you need to prepare there. It also informs you on the logistical side. What infrastructure do I need to build around me? Is there new technology I need to begin to learn how to use? What platforms am I best at in terms of presenting? How am I going to communicate my processes? That's logistics. And finally, it'll also inform you on how to prepare internally. Because if I want to be seen as the go-to expert, how do I need to show up? What mindset do I need to have? What emotions are coming up? Anxiety, nervousness, what emotions could potentially show up that I need to be mindful of, and I need to manage those. So it is very informative when you start with outcomes. How you need to prepare now becomes clear.